Hey guys, welcome back to Blake's Pai Sho Academy. I'm Blake, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a game review. This game is a game of Ginseng. It is from the Council of Ginseng Masters 6 tournament, which right now for me is wrapping up. We're going to head into the finale soon. But this match here is actually the tiebreaker from the master group, and this will decide the master player of the Council of Ginseng Masters 6. So let's get into it. We have Leaves as the host, and Fire Nation Sokka, or I'll probably refer to them just as FNS from now on, as the guest. So let's see. First, opening up with a Badgermal flip, pretty standard. And then another standard opening, Koi for Leaves. Just developing the Lotus for FNS. Setting up a Lotus jump for Leaves. Getting that Lotus closer and closer to the midline. Leaves still does not have their Lotus out yet. I'm going to presume they move it out now. They do. They move it there. Not all the way to the end of their jump, because they could move to one of these two spots. But they decide to leave it back, maybe so that it is not as vulnerable. This is interesting because it splits up your Ginsengs. Obviously now with the Ginseng 5 rule, they're not going to be protecting each other off the bat. But it creates this kind of disconnect in the board, because you have this wall of tiles here where it might be hard to get these Ginsengs connected if you need to. But anyway, got FNS. This Lotus is looking a little scared for Leaves, maybe. It's getting close. But, you know, they're not too scared because they have tiles here to stop any potential flips. If Fire Nation Sokka's wanting to push more, they're going to have to get some more Ginsengs in the action. Which they do. They bring over a Ginseng. Leaves boosting their Dragon with a Badgermal, just also developing a piece. This Dragon is now threatening to capture this Lotus, so FNS is going to want to protect it probably, which they do. This is an interesting arrangement here. I haven't seen this in a lot of my games, at least. You have a square of 2x2 tiles here with the Ginsengs on opposite corners, which is interesting. It could be nice to move your Badgermal here, maybe get this Lion Turtle very powerful. The idea might be to eventually move this Ginseng here, get something with the Dragon going, but we'll see. Leaves pushes up their Lotus. I like that move. I'll talk about it in the general strategy video for Ginseng. Pushing your Lotus tile with your Dragon is nice because now it's on this set of lines when it jumps or gets flipped by Badgermal. So it'll be on one of these eventually, which makes it a lot easier to flip over the midline with the Badgermal. You can do it a lot safer because you're not farther into your opponent's territory. But the idea here also could be to move your Ginseng here and push in the center, which is always good, at least in my opinion. I like pushing in the center with my Lotus because you have access to both colored gardens to either use your Dragon or your Badgermal to advance your Lotus, which can be very hard to stop sometimes. You also get your Lion Turtle that starts in the center. For FNS, just developing the Koi, shutting anything down over here, which I like this move. They needed to get some more pieces up close to the opponent's side so that they can't just let Leaves get away with whatever they want. Developing our Badgermal, maybe going here. It is now boosted by the Bison, so it has a lot of range. Okay, so they're probably going to want to advance their Ginsengs or connect them, something like that, with this move with the Badgermal. Potentially wanting to flip this Lotus into something. I'm assuming they're going to want to position this Ginseng better. That's my thoughts, what the idea is behind this move. Leaves, like I said, very dangerous now. They can quickly flip this Lotus over because it is on this line instead of on the midline, which it would be if the Dragon didn't push it. So very scary for FNS, but they should be able to stop it. Yes, they have their Lion Turtle. Now, Leaves here could just take the Lion Turtle, and usually the Lion Turtle is valued higher than the Badgermal, so it would theoretically be a good trade. I have a feeling they might not take the trade, just because this Badgermal is kind of their win condition right now to get this Lotus over the line. I don't think it'd be a bad move if they trade. I wouldn't be too surprised if they do, but if I was here, I would probably want to keep my Badgermal. To be fair, in a lot of games, I would just trade to simplify because it's a good trade. But like, if you take this trade, you take like with this, now your Lotus is weak. You're going to have to defend your Lotus with like a Ginseng, and then they're just going to push their Orchid, get their Lion Turtle back. So I don't think trading is the right move here for Leaves. I don't think they're going to trade, just knowing how they play. But we'll see. Yeah, I didn't think so. So they do defend their Lotus, which, yeah, it was under attack. I don't think I mentioned that, but they did need to protect their Lotus if they're not going to trade. So this Ginseng protects their Badgermole and their Lotus. This Lion Turtle is still under attack from this Badgermole. Potentially Leaves is planning to move their Bison here, make this Koi dangerous, so that this trade might be more deadly. But now this Ginseng is nice and advanced more towards the center, closer to the action, which is good. You want to get your Ginsengs involved. They're very powerful. So let's see here. If I was FNS, what is the plan? You have to address this threat. It's getting scary. Leaving your Lion Turtle here is only going to do so much. I would maybe advance my Dragon. A lot of these 2 Bender tiles are very powerful in the Red Garden, and they haven't been developed at all. Which, when Leaves is pushing on this side of the board, that could be detrimental. You could also, because Leaves doesn't have a win threat right now, they're going to have to do some setup with maybe like a wheel here. It doesn't really, well, yeah, a wheel there or something like that. Leaves doesn't have a win threat right now. You could ignore them for like a turn, and then you're going to have to scramble a little bit maybe. So what FNS could do is start setting up their own threats with like a Ginseng push. Well, no, you can't really do that. You could, I don't know, it's not super easy for FNS to set up their own threats right now. Because this Koi here, I was thinking you can move a Ginseng here, threaten to flip your Lotus here, but even then, it's not the best, and this Koi is stopping that regardless. So they don't have a good way to create really intense pressure right now. I would probably just develop my Dragon without calculating too deep. Just off the top of my head, this is what stands out to me as a good move. We'll see what they do. Yeah, they do. Oh, and I didn't even see that. That is nice, pushing the Lotus. And yeah, it's protected by the Ginseng. I didn't even see that. That's a good move. And now you're threatening your own win. Oh, so that is a very nice move. That is a way you can create a threat. I didn't even see the push. That's very, very smart. I like that move a lot. You're threatening a win here, a win here, a win here. Now both players have their Lotus on this dangerous line. Leaves is going to have to do something about this. They could move here, right? No, they can't. How are they going to stop this? I'm actually curious. Oh, you can Dragon push? Yeah, I think, I don't know, there might be some other move. That's all I'm seeing right now. Yeah, I think that was the only move to stop Shang Li. So you kind of sacrifice your Dragon here to push the Lotus back. That's very, very scary for Leaves. So now I feel like you could just take the Dragon. Well, no, it's not really a sacrifice. It's not a free piece. There's a lot of pieces defending it. Let's see, let's calculate. So Koi takes, Badgermole takes, Koi takes, Dragon takes, Bison takes, Lion takes. So yeah, in the end, it would be good for FNS if they took, but that would be a lot of conversion, and you'd be giving up one of your 2 win conditions for getting the Lotus across the midline. So in this position, I don't think you do a big trade battle like that. This Dragon is valuable, but right now it's not valuable at all because it's trapped. It's kind of pointless, kind of useless right now. So let's see here. FNS could... we'll see. Let's see what they do. Okay, they do just capture with the Dragon. I don't know if I agree with that. I think well, I feel like I know for a fact your Dragon is much more valuable than their Dragon is on that board state. But actually, will Leaves want to give up any of their pieces to capture this Dragon? I feel like they will. I feel like this Bison is worth giving up for this Dragon. Even though you're already down a piece, you might not want to trade more. I think this Dragon is more valuable than this Bison, because their Dragon's going to come over here and do something like this, threaten this Ginseng or something like that. I would trade off the Bison, I think. Let's see what they do. They capture with the Koi. Capturing with the Koi freezes this Koi. This is interesting. I would have took with the Bison, but I didn't calculate it that much, so this might be better. Let's see. Well, why capture with the koi instead of the bison? The first obvious advantage I see is that now you're freezing this FNS's koi. Let's see, is there any other advantages to taking with the koi? I mean, now FNS can't capture with their koi. If they want to take back and continue this trade exchange, they're gonna have to capture with the badger or the lion turtle. Obviously, they can't capture with the lion turtle right now because it just leaves the win. And I doubt FNS wants to give up their badger because it's their only win condition right now, really. So both these pieces are frozen. There is a jump here. Doesn't really lead to anything right now because this wheel is covering it. So trading here, FNS trading off their badger I think would be very bad here. I think if FNS does that, then Leaves takes with bison, take with koi. I feel like you could do it, and it wouldn't be the end of the world if you guessed, but I think I would want to keep my badger mole. But at the same time, my badger mole isn't really doing anything right now besides taking the koi. What else can it really do? You still have to address this threat. Your lion turtle is still hanging. This piece is now frozen. So if you take the lion turtle, the only piece defending it is the bison. So if you get another piece up here, you could threaten just taking here and being up a piece. So yeah, it's FNS's turn. What do you do? Do you take the koi? Maybe. It's kind of scary because now your lotus, you don't have a threat. It's back here. You're not going to be able to form a threat, at least for a turn, because you don't want to move your ginseng here. You could move it back, but moving your ginseng back just really sucks. It feels bad to do, at least for me. And well, I guess you're safe to move your other ginseng here technically, because this piece is frozen. It's like your lotus is under attack right now. Let's see what they do. So they do capture the koi. Oh, okay. I didn't think about the flip. So this flip with the ginseng protecting the koi is pretty nice, actually. I didn't think about that. They are still giving up their badger mole, but right now Leaves can only take with their bison because their badger mole is frozen, and if they capture with their bison will be frozen, which is interesting. Right now, I think FNS is even threatening to capture this ginseng, and that would be really bad for Leaves. They'd have to move their lotus all the way back, and that just gives FNS so much tempo because this badger mole can't take the win anymore. This lion turtle's free to move, and this ginseng's too far away and blocked by the koi to save this lotus. So this is a very good move. I haven't seen these moves with using the ability. FNS is really good at spotting those in this game. I didn't see either of these moves. I like both those moves a lot. And here we see Leaves does decide to take, which does freeze their bison. And I think that's bad. I think FNS just takes here. This lotus is getting captured. You can't save it. I feel like that's the move. We'll see what they do. No, they don't. I'm actually very surprised because you take this lotus is gone. I don't know. For me, this feels like the best move. It stops any chances of your opponent winning. Now you're freeing up their badger mole. This win is now on the board again. Your lion turtle is stuck. I really don't think capturing the sky bison here is the right move. And now your koi is unprotected as well. It's not in a powerful position. I'm just gonna go back for a second. I'd like to see what would happen if FNS took the ginseng. I know recently a lot I've been saying like ginsengs are not as valuable as they used to be. A lot of pieces are more valuable than them now, I think at least. The lion turtle is certainly more valuable than a single ginseng. But in this case, it guarantees this lotus is being captured and your opponent has no way to get it out again right away. Meanwhile, you still have your lotus here, very close to winning because this is frozen, this bison is frozen. Like they're gonna have to scramble to like stop you. Taking the ginseng here with your lion turtle just wins. But okay, they take the bison. They are up a piece. They're up a... yeah, they have a koi and a bison for a badger. So good for them. But now it is host's turn. They have this threat still. This bison is no longer frozen. This lion turtle is stuck here for the time being. This lion turtle is still back. It's their only other real attacking piece that can do much damage. And it is back here. So if I were Leaves in this position, I'd maybe want to get my other Ginseng over. Start forming some threats with... like maybe putting a piece here or driving the lion turtle up the center to attack the guest lotus. If you wanted to, even you could maybe go like here, get a badgermole or get a koi or a dragon back. But I feel like centralizing your ginsengs is maybe the safest play. Interesting. Okay, so they want to take this lion turtle, I'm assuming, is the idea behind this. Also, they're protecting this ginseng. But at this point, FNS couldn't capture the ginseng with their lion turtle because Leaves would just win. I mean, here, for FNS, maybe even just moving back here, freezing the badgermole is good. This is scary, though. FNS needs to watch out for that. If you freeze this badgermole, though, no more win threat. No more win threat for Leaves. At least until they move their their lion turtle up. But they can't really move their lion turtle up. They can move it here. Gonna get captured. I don't know. This is a threat. They can't capture because it's protected by the ginseng. Do you just bring your ginseng over and protect your lion turtle? I think maybe that's the play. You don't need this ginseng here right now. So if they do decide to attack your vulnerable lotus after moving this ginseng, then you can just move this over. You don't really care. I mean, they're under a lot of pressure right now, so this would probably be a bad move. I don't think they should do this, but just the thing to look out for is capturing this wheel with their wheel would be kind of nice. Get their lion turtle away from the action, or force them to give up Orchid if they want to capture back. Obviously, they don't need to capture back, but if they don't, they're going to want to move this lion turtle out of the way so that the whale doesn't take it. So it's something to keep an eye out for. You always have to watch out for the wheels, because a lot of the time they don't move at all, but their value does change and what they are capable of does change depending on what happens around them. So we have this Orchid, I'm assuming just mainly to threaten this lion turtle, maybe even to set up a jump for a win. Let's see what FNS responds with. Yeah, they did the move I was talking about with the ginseng. Makes sense. But now Leaves might set up a jump potentially. I mean, going here would be kind of nice. It pretty much forces your opponent to move their koi back, so it's not really a developing move for them, doesn't do a lot for them, it just stops this win. It would freeze the Orchid. It's protected by the ginseng then, which is nice. I mean, you could set up a jump here as well. I think then it's just really easy to block with your Orchid and also develop a piece. I don't think that would be good. If you're going to set up a jump, it would be here. Yeah, okay. Let's see what FNS does. Wait, sorry. FNS just moved. Let's see what Leaves does. I'm interested where they'll go with this. Because now FNS is pretty sturdy. Like, this lion turtle is protected. They don't have to worry about this win threat for the time being. I think FNS is pretty comfortable here for now. So they do have this option, I feel like. So maybe that's something Leaves looks out for. Let's see what they do. Okay, they do just capture the koi, which, yeah, that was their option. That was an option they had. I didn't really talk about it because they have had the option for some turns. But yeah, I guess it makes sense. With this lion turtle being planted here, this badgermole isn't really gonna win you the game now. I mean, yeah, eventually if you find some way to displace this lion turtle, you'll want this badgermole for this. Most people would say the koi is stronger than the badgermole. I would certainly say the koi is stronger than the badgermole. So I think this is a good trade for Leaves. It makes the lion turtle come away from the defenses of this lotus if they want to capture back. Yeah, I think this is a good move. With this move, Leaves is saying, okay, I'm giving up my attack pretty much. There's not going to be intense pressure here. Another thing to note is this ginseng is vulnerable now. You can't take it because it just is a win. if you take here, then potentially attacking here, something to threaten the lotus like that. I think for FNS, it's probably a good idea to just take back. I don't see why it would be bad. So they do. It makes sense. Okay, Leaves sets up this jump, which is kind of funny, but really just this. I guess develops a piece you can't take because it's a jump. Something to note with this move, like I said, the wheels have not moved at all still, but this no longer separates them, so this attack doesn't really work anymore. So yeah, I think the only move for FNS here is this, pretty much. Any other move I think would be silly. Yeah. Okay, interesting. You know what? I completely just missed that. Let's go back here. So this move is not just a way to set up a jump. It is a way to capture this lotus. And you can't stop it because you have to block this jump. And you can't do that while simultaneously protecting your lotus. So yeah, very good move by Leaves. It forces FNS to give up their lotus. So that's what Leaves has to do here. Now FNS does this. And I don't know why. I'm trying to figure out the purpose behind this move. It just seems like a very mysterious move. Maybe they just want this lion. I guess if they're planning to get their lotus out, they want this lion turtle protected. But I think the number one priority when you have your lotus in your gate, when you need it out, if you're not under direct attack, is to make sure you have a jump for your lotus. So I'd maybe just move Bison back. I guess this is preparing for this, but now your opponent has the option to infiltrate with their lion turtle if they want to like really try to shut you down. In the long run, I don't think that really works for host. It does give them more options. But yeah, I think the first priority is to set up the jump. I don't think this is a bad move though. Okay, threatening the win. FNS is just gonna block. Yeah. Not just threatening the win, but you know, going to the temple. Very nice, very smart. Now they choose the Badger Mole, which, yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Koi is not going to be as useful when capturing is off the table. Capturing won't be off the table for too long, potentially. But this Bison is going to be their win condition. It's not doing anything right now. Every potential flip is blocked. But it's going to be able to create open up opportunities for them by doing flips like this or something. And just Badger Mole is scary when the Lotus is right here. So what does FNS do? Okay, they do set up their jump now. They could jump here or here. And now Leaves has to watch out because this lion turtle is protected. If they bring this out and Leaves doesn't respond correctly, then they can do something like this. Or, well, even this, I guess, would be better. And then capture the Lotus. And also this lion turtle is hanging. So they have to be careful now that capturing could be back very soon. What does Leaves do? Okay, they go for the win. They go for the win. It makes sense. Threatening this. But, I mean, I don't think anything really stops FNS from just going back. Their Orchid's very solid here. It's protected. And now this Badger Mole is out of the temple and able to be captured, which is scary because now not only is the lion turtle hanging if the Lotus comes out, but the Badger Mole is also hanging. Okay, so here obviously FNS has to block. Let's see. Okay, they block this way. Yeah, I mean, that's the most solid way to defend. There's no way Leaves is getting around a lion turtle right here. Leaves has nothing to do about that with their Badger Mole. They could go here. FNS is just gonna block. Here, though, with the lion turtle, could be pretty nice. It forces your opponent to block with the Ginseng. And I doubt FNS wants to do that because now, not only is this one canceled out by the lion turtle, but so is this one. So everything here is up to be captured. So actually, it's my belief, like, this is very sturdy. It seems like the safest move. I think it's actually the most dangerous move for FNS because now this jump is back on the table. So I think this was wrong. In my opinion, I think this would be better because Yeah, this feels really safe. It stops your opponent from doing any lotus flips at all. And you definitely don't want your opponent flipping your lotus here. But you have your lion turtle here. It's very sturdy with this ginseng. There's still no win for the time. So I think this is the best move. This is very scary because after this move, if Leaves sees it, which I think they have a very good chance of seeing it, if they go here, I think that's very bad for FNS. I think that's very good for Leaves. Okay, they don't. I'm a little disappointed. I'd like to see what this led to because really I think that would be pretty bad for the FNS. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst because they control when capturing comes back, so everything being vulnerable here doesn't mean a lot when FNS is the one controlling when they can be captured, so they can take their time. But they get their wheel involved and set up a way to trade at the temple eventually. So I think this is good. Now FNS goes back here. I would be surprised if they didn't. So yeah, maybe the wheel is better than the lion turtle. I just think the lion turtle is very strong because you potentially can trap their lion turtle there. It can't be protected by this ginseng. You have to move this ginseng here. Like, it's just, it feels really bad for FNS if you move your lion turtle here. But, you know, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not calculating super deep. And these people playing live, I mean, when I'm playing live, I calculate pretty deep. So they might be seeing things that I'm not. But yeah, FNS blocks. Okay, so now you can't bring your lotus out. So this is what I was talking about earlier, kind of, with infiltrating up the lion turtle. Like, when your priority isn't setting up a safe jump for your lotus, it's very easy. Well, it's not the most easy, but gives your opponent an opportunity to shut this down. So now if they want to get capturing back and get their lotus out, they're going to have to go over here. Or move their ginseng, something like this, but they don't really want it. Well, they could do that. Let's see, so Leaves moves here, shutting down the lotus jumping out. What does FNS do about that? Because they want capturing back. They want to capture this badger mole with their orchid protected by the lotus. They want to capture this lotus eventually. They want capturing back because they have 2 ginsengs, and 2 ginsengs are pretty useless when capturing is not on the table. And they want to use these ginsengs because they're very active ginsengs. They're both doubled up. They're on the action. They could be very powerful with capturing, but capturing is not here. So this is a very good move by Leaves. Okay, FNS responds by moving their orchid over. I mean, yeah, getting it closer to the action can't hurt. I don't think this is a bad move. I don't think FNS had a lot of great options here. Let's see. So, okay, interesting. Maybe wanting to go here. Leaves brings over their badger mole, just bringing more tiles into the opponent's territory, completely dominating, kind of shutting down FNS. And like I was saying, if FNS doesn't prioritize getting this lotus out with something like this or this, then Leaves can just completely shut them down. So now if they're quick enough and get their orchid here, which I think is what they're gonna do, I think that's their best move. Let's see. No. Okay, they want a new tile, maybe a badger mole to flip out a lotus, maybe a koi to shut down any offense. Okay, interesting. I feel like as guest here, you really want to get your lotus out. You have tiles. You're still up a tile on host. You could go to capture war, and I think you have a good chance of coming out on top with 2 ginsengs here. I think you really just want to prioritize getting your lotus out. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you need more support. You need something. Let's see. Okay, very good move by Leaves. I like this. I mean, this is just a great move and kind of a tragic miss by FNS, if I'm going to be honest. This wheel isn't doing anything now, and this just develops a piece for Leaves that's eventually going to turn into a koi or a dragon or something. So I think you want to leave your wheel here for a jump or something. I think this is a bad move. This is a very good move. Let's see what FNS does in response. Okay, they just moved their wheel back, yeah. So that wheel wasn't going to be doing anything. Right here, that was interesting. I wonder what the importance of moving it here is. I'm interested. Maybe, I guess that has to be the idea. Let's do it. Let's see what Leaves does. Yeah, they get a koi. Makes sense. Okay, yeah, they do that as I was expecting. Okay, but now you're not fast enough. I mean, they weren't going to be fast enough anyways. But let's see here. They have options. Well, do they have options? How are you going to get this Lotus out in this position as FNS? What do you do? Maybe you go for something like this. Or this. Maybe even this. It's hard to say because these wheels aren't doing a whole lot. You're going to capture the Badgermill first. If anything, you just got this Orchid flipped away from everything. Very nice flip. I like that flip a lot. Let's see what FNS does in response. They just go for it. Okay, interesting. So what's the idea behind this? If you take with the Lion Turtle, you can go here. Okay, that makes sense. That's pretty clever, actually. I like that a lot. So this is free to capture, but if you capture, it's going to go here. And now FNS has a little bit of breathing room. So let's see what Leaves does. Okay, they just go for the meat of the tiles here. They just go for the ginseng. And is that right? I feel like... Okay, well, you have to take the Badgermill here. If you don't, you're going to lose. So you have to adjust the Badgermill. I think you just take with the Lion Turtle. Let's see. Oh, with the Orchid. Interesting. I wonder why is that? Because with the Badgermill gone, having the Lion Turtle here isn't really crucial. Well, I'm curious why the Orchid? I feel like the Lion Turtle's better. But, you know, I'm probably wrong. It can be hard to understand, but, like, when you're in a game and playing it live and you can really feel the board, you know? Like, I don't know if I sound crazy right now for anyone knows what I'm talking about, but when you're playing a game and you're playing it live and you're thinking and you're calculating it, it feels like you're in the game, you're in the board, you know? You have a better sense of what's going on. You can understand the ideas, the attacks, the strategy a lot better than someone just watching or someone who's not playing live. Like, when you're playing a game live, and especially a tournament game, in my opinion, it's a whole different world. Like, they are probably seeing things that I'm not seeing at all, because it's just a completely different feeling and thought process when you're the one playing the game and you're actively thinking and strategizing and playing the game. I don't know, maybe I just sound crazy, but they're almost definitely seeing things that I'm not right now. So with match reviews, you can only do so much. I'm not going to sit here and spend 10 hours calculating everything, and I'm not playing the game. I'm not in the zone like they are. They're going to be able to calculate things 10 times faster than me, I feel like. But maybe I'm crazy. That might just be me. Let's see here. So the FNS capturing with the Orchid is better. I'm curious as to why. Maybe it's something super obvious and I'm just being blind. That's happened to me multiple times in Ginseng. Okay, so they set up another win. Capturing is on the table now. You have to keep that in mind. You can't just take. You can't take. It's going to be a win either way. If you block with the Ginseng, you're going to lose your Lion Turtle. Like, this is brutal. See, this is like, okay, if you take with the Lion Turtle, if they try to set this up, they can't. It just gets captured. Like, I feel like I must be missing something, but taking with the Orchid just feels like such a blunder. It allows this, and this is rough. What is... Yeah, you do this, but you lose your Lion Turtle, right? Yeah. I must be missing something obvious. I don't know. Everyone can miss something obvious. Everyone can miss simple things. It happens to everyone, no matter how good you are all the time. Except for Duet, of course. So yeah, Leaves just takes... Yeah. Okay, FNS takes the wheel. Can't really take... But you can take the Ginseng. So this is a free piece, because you can't take with the Orchid. It's just a win. So yeah, Leaves is just devouring all the pieces over here. Okay. FNS gets the Badgermill. Can't take this, really. I'm interested in... I mean, yeah, I guess choosing the Badgermill makes sense. Disrupt some stuff over here, I guess, is the idea. See what Leaves does? Yeah, they just bring the koi, and that's what I was expecting. Bring the Badgermole over, threatening to take this, which would be very nice if FNS is able to. I feel like Leaves is just going to do this, though, and you can't do too much with this Badgermole. I mean, you could go here, do this, it's just going to go back. You could go here and do this, it's just going to go back. Yeah, so I'm assuming Leaves just does this, but we'll see. What? Why? If you take and you don't flip, obviously, this is just, it's gone, right? You can't save it. I feel like this is a huge blunder. Okay, well, let's see. But why would you flip? But why would you flip? I mean, yeah, to stop your opponent from winning, but if you leave it there, it's getting captured, right? If it stays here, because yeah, okay, you take, then you protect with the Ginseng somehow, capture the Ginseng, and now you have two pieces attacking the Lotus still. Okay, well, maybe you go here. If you take here, then you go here. It's safe. Okay, maybe that's the reason. Either way, this is a free Ginseng. I don't know why Leaves went here. Interesting, okay. Maybe they didn't want their Lion Turtle taken? But it's been hanging for multiple turns. And yeah, I mean, just another thing to note, like, FNS doesn't want to trade this. Like, you need your pieces. Because really, like, yeah, they're down a piece, but they're up an attacking piece. Because Leaves has 3 attacking pieces. Guest has 4, even if 2 of them are very bad. And one of them is all the way back here and doing nothing. So you kind of want to keep your pieces, especially with the koi. This Lion Turtle isn't doing a whole lot. It's not like you have a koi or something. And definitely you don't want to give it up if you're planning to go to the temple to get another piece that's better than an orchid. But okay, FNS captures, flips the Lotus back, so now they have some room to breathe and they're not going to lose right away. But yeah, you give up your Badgermole for a Ginseng, and I don't think that works. I think that's bad. Yeah, I don't think that works. And I learned that just taking and not flipping doesn't work because you can go here. But actually, taking and not flipping is good because then this is just a free piece. If you flip, it's not a free piece anymore because you can just take. But if you do this and don't flip, you take, then you lose your Lotus. Yeah, you're giving up 2 pieces to send the Lotus back and to gain a Ginseng, which might not be the best, but I don't know. Might not be better. We'll see. So, oh wow, okay. So they really trade it down. They do give up the Orchid, and I don't know if I like that. Obviously, Lion Turtle is way better than Orchid, but you could turn that Orchid into something better like a Lion Turtle. Now you give up one of your 3 remaining pieces to get rid of a piece. Now it's rough. Both of these are all the way back here. How are you stopping something like this? I mean, you can obviously, but it's gonna be rough. They moved here, going to attack the Lotus soon. They can't reach it quite yet. FNS does this, threatening. You know, it's kind of a skewer, but not really because Leaves can go here. Okay, FNS brings. Yeah, protected by the wheel, makes sense. So they want to stop their Lotus from getting taken. But that is not going to be able to be stopped. So they're going to lose their Lotus here, I think. Okay, yeah, I like this move. Gonna get to a temple. You really want to get rid of this wheel and get something better because the only really valuable piece that the only real valuable piece that Leaves has right now is the koi. This wheel is gonna need to be traded first, which will take a couple turns. This Ginseng is not very powerful. It's still a piece though, which is nice. Okay, Lotus is gone. Yeah, you turn it into a Badgermole. Makes sense. I don't know if Badgermole is better than a Lion Turtle with the koi. If there's no koi, then yeah, I do Badgermole. With the koi though, like koi goes here. That's not too bad, I guess, because you can just they're not going to be able to win when you have a Badgermole in this quadrant. But if they move a koi back, this Badgermole can't do too much. It's gonna get frozen or captured, or well, it can't be captured. Sorry, it's gonna get frozen, and then nothing happens. So I think maybe a Lion Turtle's better here, but I see why they decided to choose a Badgermole just to stop any potential win. But I don't know. I might have done a Lion Turtle myself. Okay, so they're gonna do this. They do bring the Badgermole out, which, yeah, I think maybe it was. Yeah, they want to go here, but it's not like you have time. Their Lotus is in the gate. It's not coming out for a minute. You have time to do this. You don't need to rush and do this right away. I would move the koi down first and just stop this Badgermole from doing any funny business, you know? But now you let their Badgermole out and your koi is too far away to stop it from bullying your Lotus, which, you know, isn't the end of the world for Leaves. I feel like they're definitely still winning, maybe. This is looking like a draw, if I had to guess. Which would be funny because this is the tiebreaker, but let's see. Okay, the koi comes back now, so the idea is you go here. If you try to flip the Lotus back, you're gonna get frozen. So yeah, it can get back in time for that, but now this Badgermole is out. So I guess you could do this. It's not the end of the world, because this actually works out pretty nicely for Leaves. All these spaces can be frozen on, which is unfortunate for FNS, but yeah, I didn't see that. That works out pretty nice for Leaves, so I don't mind this wheel move really anymore. Bring the Bison down. It can be frozen by the koi. I feel like I'd want it here to stop this wheel from getting to this temple. I don't really know why FNS wants it here, to be completely honest. Maybe to block the koi from freezing the Badgermole. No, that doesn't work. I don't know why they want the Sky Bison here. Let's see. Yeah, now they're going to go to this temple. I would have liked to block that. Then it's really tricky for them to get their wheel over here. But okay, they get a Badgermole. Okay. This can get frozen. Something like this, which I feel like Leaves is definitely going to do. But yeah, this is good for FNS. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, so this is why they wanted to go for a draw. I'm not gonna go. Yeah, so like if FNS can't move on their turn, it's the draw. So this is what they're going for. At this point, they're playing for a draw because yeah, at this point, FNS can't win. Leaves still has a chance to win, but like it's looking like a draw, and that's what FNS is gonna go for. You know, Leaves obviously doesn't want that. Just bullying the Lotus, going for a draw. It's just going to be a lot of this piece shuffling now. This is why I don't know. End games are my least favorite part of Ginseng. I can say that for certain, especially end games like this. But just end games in general, I'm not a fan of in Ginseng. Let's see. So Leaves is going to get rid of their koi to make drawing harder for FNS. Getting a Lion Turtle, interesting. I guess just to, you know, stop the Badgermole. It's the idea with the Lion Turtle. Lion Turtle is very valuable, especially in a position like this. Lotus is going to jump, yeah. So now FNS is just going to stall time to hopefully get a draw. And then at this point, this is Shangli. But if they didn't move their Badgermole back, well, with only two pieces, you can't really stall like that. You're going to have to move something eventually. You could go here, then you could go here. Then they go here, then you go here, then they go here, then you go here. And then they just have to move the Ginseng and you lose. So yeah, at this point, I think it's just Shangli. No matter what. There's nothing you can do on this for FNS. So yeah, Leaves wins. Great game. Very cool tiebreaker for the master group, and that does mean that Leaves is the master for the 6th Council of Ginseng Masters. That does not mean that they won the entire tournament. They do still have to do a finale against the Grandmaster, as there's no Young Master bracket for this one. But anyway, let's go back through this game. I kind of switched up what I wanted to do for this, how I wanted to review it, so I ended up talking a lot on my first time around, if you couldn't tell. But let's go back through it one more time, just to see if I can try to point out where major things happened and major turns in the game. occurred. But yeah, I'm excited for the finale. I'll make a video off of that, and also I'll be doing a live event where I'll be streaming the game. Go to the start. So quickly, FNS gets their Lotus here, and they have a Badgerol and a Ginseng in the center. Meanwhile, Leaves has a lot of centered pieces that have been developed and brought up, and a boosting Bison, very nice. Bring in another centralized Ginseng. I love centralizing the Ginseng, it's very important, I feel like, in the mid game. Bring up a Koi, powerful piece. Developing pieces, boosting by the Sky Bison, very nice. Threatening to win right away with the Dragon push, I forgot to mention. But yeah, they push the Dragon, putting their Lotus in a very advantageous position. Very nice. Gonna have to stop this. Lotus is hanging, gotta protect it. Now, I like this move a lot, I still do. They push it back, having to give up this Dragon somewhat. It's not completely a sacrifice. Now, this is where I think I disagree. I don't know if capturing with the Dragon is the right move. This Dragon is frozen. This Dragon is not. This Dragon is powerful. It has power. It can push this. It can do things. This Dragon cannot. It is frozen. You're not going to be able to get an even... You're not winning material by doing this. I mean, okay, eventually maybe down the line you are, but you're not going to be able to if Leaves plays it right, because this Lion Turtle is trapped, can't move. So I think this is maybe the first mistake for FNS. Yeah, maybe it looks like an even trade. This Dragon is much more powerful than this Dragon, though. So I feel like that is a bad trade for Fire Nation Sokka. Capture back with the Koi, which is interesting. I don't think it's bad. First thing when I looked at this, I would have captured with the Bison. But I guess the Koi makes sense because now you're freezing this. I don't mind that. I think that's not a bad move. Now, I like this move a lot too. I like this move a lot. This is a really good move by FNS. This is very powerful position for your Koi. Great. But then I think FNS kind of threw it away. This great position. Both of these are frozen. I love this for FNS. If I was in this position, I would love this. You have complete control of the center over here. It's amazing. But then they kind of give it away. I really think capturing this Bison with this Koi was quite bad. Like, take this, and you're golden. You're capturing the Lotus. I think this is a mistake. This is such a powerful place for your Koi, and you're giving it up, and now this Ginseng's protected. You can't get this Lotus anymore, and this Lotus is still deadly, and your Lion Turtle is still stuck here, vulnerable. You do find this move though, which is very sturdy. I like this move. But like, yeah, I think this is the second big mistake. I think capturing with the Dragon was maybe the first mistake, not a huge mistake. This, I think, was a big mistake. I think this was a big mistake. I think you go for this. That's what I would have done. Obviously, I'm not the best Ginseng player ever. Do not think that is what I'm saying. I'm very bad at this game. But I think I do know some things, and I think this is what you go for. Yeah, I think this is their second mistake, and this is the bigger of the two. This is the bigger mistake, I think. Leaves so far has been playing very solidly. I love how Leaves is playing. Pretty principled, developing pieces, boosting with the Bison. This is what I always like recommend. Like, Bison's very powerful. I love it. Centralizing your pieces, your tiles, and boosting them with the Bison. Great stuff. Great offensive here. I love pushing the Lotus with the Dragon tile. FNS also did that, just to give credit where credit is due. The one thing is, this Ginseng is left over here, but that's because they were so busy developing all their other tiles. They did need to move this Orchid here to protect their Ginseng, but like, they would be in a perfect position if their Ginseng was over here. Otherwise, I love Leaves' position, and it's not like they had the time to move this Ginseng over here with how they're playing. And I love how they're playing so far. Very sturdy, very solid. I do like this move. I keep bringing it up, but you have to watch for that. Yeah, sturdy move from FNS. Okay, Leaves takes the Koi. I talked about this. I guess, yeah. It's up to you if you want to try and continue this attack with your Badgerol, getting the Lion Turtle stuck there. By trading, by taking the Koi, you're saying, I'm done going for my win with this Badgerol. But a Badgerol for a Koi is not a bad trade for Leaves at all. I think that's good. I don't think that's a bad move for Leaves at all. they're just, after this like exchange over here and this Lotus being pushed back, no dragon or Badgermole in sight, no threat. Leaves is just in a very safe position here. They can trade off pieces and be very happy, which is what they do. Set up a win, and I think from this point on, Leaves just slowly wins. Obviously, also this is a great move. I love this. So yeah, let me clarify. This is not just a trade. I completely like wasn't thinking, but this is a great move. Brilliant move from Leaves. I like this a lot. You take, it's essentially a free piece. This is coming here, and you're taking the Lotus. You capture, like, beautiful move from Leaves. I like this move a lot. You get a Koi for a Badgermole at the least, which is a great trade. But also you have this, and you can't stop this. This Lotus is being captured. Excellent move. Excellent move from Leaves. How do you even stop this? I don't know. I think you stop this by not capturing the Bison. I think everything goes downhill from here. You capture the Bison. This, you really don't want to lose your Lion Turtle here to an Orchid. That would be terrible. This is a sturdy move. It's what you have to do. But now, Leaves has this. And what are you going to do? Because Leaves takes. If you take back, you're losing your Lotus. If you don't take, then you straight up lose a Koi. So like really, truly, I think everything went downhill from here. And now Leaves is just winning. So I love this move. And it leads to forced loss of a Lotus. There's nothing you can do here to prevent this. And now Leaves just wins. I mean, there's not much to say for the rest. Leaves is just very comfortable in their position, and they play it very, very safely, very clean. And this was another, I think, mistake from FNS. I don't know. I said it so many times, and I know I sound very confused, and I don't mean to come off as rude or anything, but I really don't understand. I would like to know the thought process behind this, because in my mind, it's so obvious. It's so clear that you should take with the Lion Turtle. But, you know, we all miss things. I could be missing something. I don't know. But I think if you take with the Lion Turtle, you still have a chance at FNS. Like, right now they're even in tiles, like, just flat tiles right now. And I think Leaves capturing this Ginseng with their Badgermole was maybe a mistake. I don't know if I really love that move. Because if you're heading into an endgame, they want to trade off this Ginseng anyway. But then, so like if FNS takes with the Lion Turtle here, I feel like they are very safe. And I don't know, I feel very dumb right now. I feel like I'm missing something so obvious, and everybody's gonna laugh at me. But I'm just gonna roll with it. I think if you take with the Lion Turtle, you still have a great chance. I think this is a blunder, and then you go here, and yeah, it's bad. You can't block with the Lion Turtle, because then you lose it. You can't block with, like, you can't, you lose. Yeah, this move is rough. You lose, because then you lose your Lion Turtle, and it's just all over, and you lose your Ginseng. I don't know. Both players played phenomenally in this game. Great game. But I think a few crucial mistakes from FNS is what caused their downfall. Incredible game, though. A lot of fun to review and talk about. I mean, there's not much more to say from this point on. I like this move, flipping the Orchid away. I like that. Yeah, from this point, there's not much else to say. Leaves is just winning. They just convert their advantage into a winning position. Yeah, great game, though, by both players. Few defining mistakes, but it was a lot of fun to review and watch and talk about. Probably tell, but I love talking about Pai Sho, especially Ginseng. Ginseng's one of my favorite variants. Ginseng and Fire I could talk about for like hours and hours and hours. This recording, I really hope I'm able to cut down this video and make it a watchable length, but it's been over an hour of me talking about this one game. It's kind of ridiculous. But hey, I love talking about Pai Sho. Let me know what you think. Great game. Let me know what you thought of this video. Let me know if you want me to, I don't know, just give me feedback. I will listen. I definitely plan on doing more match reviews. Lots from tournaments, lots from not tournaments, and I'll be talking. Some games I'll be talking less, some games I'll be talking more. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.